welcome to the Wolf Den! Hey guys, this is One Wolf. I'm hanging out in my workshop, getting myself ready for the next project. Gonna start work on a new library. Yay, finally. It's been several months since I've been working on this world. And I finally get to almost caught up with my old world. I have a nice big mansion style castle going on there. I've got myself a decent workshop, and unlike my old world, I've got some random common buildings around. So the old world had a lot of really cool towers and just lots of epicness, and nothing but a desert surrounding it. So there wasn't anything common around, like little shops and stuff that I wanted to have originally. So what I'm done with this world is I've built the small houses. Yeah, if you want to call these small houses. I've built all the small stuff first, I guess. And now I'm actually going to start working on a large project. A second large project. That castle was pretty big, but I was following a model from another game, so I was basing everything off of that. Here is the site for the new library, and this was a hill, but I only brought it down. The hill was about even with that there, and I brought it down, but most of this over here was a big hole full of trees till about here, I think. Yeah, that was all hole, so I had to fill it in. Spent more time filling in than digging out. And for those of you who've been following my channel quite a bit, I finally discovered something that I've been looking for the entire time. A lot of my friends, the Mind Fiend, the Reverend Worm, and a few others that I can't think of the names so far, like say Doc M, have these wonderful little experience farms that they've got, and they built from skeleton spawners. And I finally found a dungeon with a skeleton spawner in it. So I'm going to eventually be making a skeleton trap. Problem is, it's right underneath where my library is going to be. And as you know, I can't move the spawner, so I'm going to have to build, I'm thinking, an inverted trap. A lot of the traps that I've seen have a water tube bring the... Why did I do that? Okay, a lot of traps I've seen have glass tube bring the skeletons up to wherever you are, and then you can kill all the skeletons from there. You need to get your skeletons outside of the spawner's radius. I believe is like 16 blocks. So instead of bringing it up into where my library is going to be, I'm going to have to bring it down. So I'm going to have to go down 16 or more blocks and build a collection point there. But it's night already. Look at that nice looking moon. Looks pretty cool in this texture pack. So it's night, and I think I'm just going to skip ahead today so that I can show you guys what I've been working on. The reason there are so many torches here is because as I was doing all this, it kept snowing and snowing and snowing. Because it took several hours for me to level all this out and fill it all in, and so it just kept filling up with snow. So I put all the torches down to hopefully eliminate the snow. Okay, sun's coming up again. What I've gone and done is, in this nice house, in this nice long house here, I believe is what type I should call it. I've got a little workstation set up so I don't have to run all the way back. It's close by. Got chests full of equipment that I might need, a lot of wood, buckets, ladders, all the dirt, some cobble. I'm not going to be building this thing primarily out of cobble, but I figured I might have a little bit. I need to build a retaining wall around the outside to hold the dirt back and to make it look better. But primarily I'm going to be building out of nether brick. I just recently got done demolishing a fortress. Well, not the entire fortress. What I did is I took, I believe, 3 or 4 pillars, the great big columns that hold up the bridges over the lava pits. I went ahead and just collected all of that. So I've got bridges with no supports. I'm also going to be doing a trim in sandstone and maybe a little bit of stone brick. So, if you guys know me at all, which I'm hoping you do, what I like to do is mark out the area that I'm building in, give it like a chalk outline, but instead of using actual chalk, I use dirt. So this building is going to be circular in shape. Be quiet, talking here. I'm going to give it a 20 block. Yeah, I know. So I'm going to give it a 20 block radius. So I'm going to take, stacks of 20 and just lay it out from the center. I want to have the building with odd dimensions. So there's this one block in the center. Oops, let me get my count right. There we go. Okay, so I've got a single block in the center, and I'm going to lay these 20 blocks out from there. And I kind of already did that earlier in order to give me an idea of where to build up the land from. Because if you've got no idea how large your building is, you don't know how much, or, you know. So I like to measure out the building first. Okay, so that came out like that, but I've got to figure out how to draw the circle, and I'm going to go into, I believe, Windows Paint. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Windows Paint. I'm going to draw out a circle with a diameter of 41 pixels, and then I'm going to use that as a guide to draw out the rest of the circle. So I will be back in a little while. Okay, getting up here to a decent altitude where I can actually see the whole circle. Doesn't look too bad to me. I had to I had to redo it from the circle that Paint gave me. Paint just didn't quite match up. I don't know why or how. And I think this one looks a little bit better, at least as far as a Minecraft circle goes. So I think this is going to be good for the base outline of the library. I originally wanted to have it like a center point of different roads. So there'd be a road that comes down up here and then it would jump over here. I'm going to put in a bridge over there, and I don't know what I'm going to do in that forested area over there. Probably more of these houses, just more basic houses. And then I wanted another road to connect over here and then over here, but to do that I was going to have to move the center way over there, and I kind of wanted the road to meet up over there with that on that side of the melon farm, or even along here, but then I'd have to move my pumpkin house. So I think this is going to work. I'm not going to have a road connecting to this. I'm just going to have, I guess, one main entrance to the library, and we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking eventually putting another tower over here. Oh look, there's a swamp out over there. I didn't know that swamp was there. Well, that's cool. But I'm thinking of putting like some kind of lookout tower over there, and eventually have that as the center of town, so I can climb up like I am here and then just look out over everything all over the town. So if that's the center of town, that means I have a lot more buildings to make. A lot of buildings. And at some point on that side of the castle, I want to put in a wall and maybe surround the whole thing with the big castle type wall. Not sure what I'm going to build it out of though, and I guarantee it's not going to be solid cobblestone. If I am going to build a wall out of cobblestone, it's probably going to be like a facade, mostly like a hollow wall. But that is the extent of some of what I want to do, just to give you guys an idea of where I'm going once I'm done with the library. Whoa, I don't want to fall off. But I do plan to make the library in a fairly large building. Probably not as large as my first library. My first library was kind of a challenge, I guess, by someone who's actually never played Minecraft, or at the time they'd never played Minecraft, and I wanted to build something like an Empire State Building, to build it as tall as possible. And I figured that the Empire State Building is about 300 meters high. That's what I figure. I could be completely wrong. So the Minecraft universe, the way it is designed right now with a ceiling of 128, it's not even half the height of an actual Empire State Building. So that's what happened with my other libraries. I discovered that there was a ceiling to the world and had to redesign the whole building. So it ended up turning into a library. This is definitely going to be a library, so planned ahead. I know what I'm building this time. And as you can see, there's this area here that needs to be filled in, and I have got a tremendous amount of dirt. I believe I have 3 or 4 chests full of dirt and nothing to do with it. So I've been filling in this whole side from over there till over here. That was all hole, and I just filled it in with dirt. I don't want to bore you guys with filling in this portion here, so I'm gonna cut the video and I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to be seeing if I can put some lava in that first floor. So what I've gone and done so far is dug a channel around the outside where I'm going to put all the lava. Lined it with cobble just so that if I remember digging underneath it, I will recognize the cobble and stop, hopefully. And if I do expose it, that Endermen can come along and steal it, therefore releasing the lava and killing themselves and destroying anything else that gets in the way. But I've got this channel where I'm going to put the lava, and I've got these half slabs so that the lava can show through. Where's a good place to put it? Probably opposite the stairs. Let it spread out a little bit. I don't know how that's going to look. Where the source block is looks fine. So let's go ahead and put down some more source blocks. One there, and one there, and one there. I may actually have to go all the way around with this, just so everything will look even. Which is why I grabbed a whole bunch of buckets. Oops, that one was already there. I wonder if I put one every other block, it would look alright. I don't know, let's take a look at it now and see how it's doing. Seems alright. For a single row of lava, I think it's going to be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make several more trips and fill this in, and we'll see how it turns out. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, back. I discovered that I can go ahead and place lava in every other block except for where it shows on the corners. So I had to put source blocks along the sides, but I could skip this corner here. So the next thing I need to do is put in a cap over the top of it so that I don't accidentally fall in. It's a lot of lava to fall into, and there's no way to get out. The half slabs have it contained, but it makes it difficult to impossible to actually get out once you fall in. So I'm putting the floor back the way it was. And then once I've got this in, I'm going to have to go ahead and do... So once I've got this all in, I'm going to have to go and do that, do the same thing to the upper layer. So I'll have 2 rings of lava going around the floor. Oops. Didn't want to do that. And I've still got extra buckets laying around. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up the the upper layer here. Put in the lava, close it all up again, and I'll get back to you guys once that's all taken care of. So don't go anywhere. Okay, here we are. I think the first floor is pretty much done. Well, as far as putting all the lava in. So there it is. Nice lava rings. See how it looks from the middle. I think that looks pretty cool. Maybe put some stairs in the other corners. I don't know. I like having the single set of stairs here. So if you want to get down to where the portal's going to be, you're going to have to go down the stairs and then come over to this side and come back out. So I think that's going to work. And that's going to end this episode. This is One Wolf saying thanks for watching and have a good day.